Students, today we are going to start with the chemical properties of bases. The first one is when alkalis are warmed with an ammonium salt, ammonia gas is given out. Now you can see the word equation is ammonium salt plus alkali gives salt, water and ammonia. Are you getting? So we have ammonium chloride. When you treat with NaOH, it will give you NaCl plus H2O plus ammonia gas. Then 2NH4Cl, when you treat with calcium hydroxide, it gives you calcium chloride, water and ammonia. Ammonium sulfate also, you treat with potassium hydroxide, it gives you potassium sulfate, water and ammonia. Now in this case, you need to remember a less volatile base, sodium hydroxide and potassium hydroxide. These are all less volatile base. It displaces the more volatile base. So what it is displacing? It is displacing ammonia here. Yes or no? It is displacing the ammonia from the solution. Are you getting? Okay. Then let us see the next preparation. We have alkalis react with certain metallic salt solution to precipitate insoluble hydroxide. Now this is metallic salt. You treat with base or an alkali, it will give you salt and insoluble hydroxide. Insoluble hydroxide is also a base. Okay, so we are preparing from soluble base. Okay, so insoluble hydroxide, that is insoluble base, can be prepared from a soluble base. This you need to remember. The question is how you can prepare insoluble base using soluble base. Are you getting? Alkali is a soluble base. So first one, copper sulfate. When you treat with ammonium hydroxide, it will give you ammonium sulfate and copper hydroxide. So copper hydroxide has a blue precipitate. Then zinc sulfate. When you treat with sodium hydroxide, it will give you sodium sulfate and zinc hydroxide. Zinc hydroxide has a gelatinous white precipitate. Then copper chloride. When you treat with sodium hydroxide, it will give you sodium chloride and copper hydroxide. Again, copper hydroxide is a blue precipitate. So I hope that you are understanding how the question will be asked also, and the change in the color. Okay. Then we have the third chemical property, that is strong alkalis absorb carbon dioxide from the air to form carbonate. Children, there are only two things which can absorb carbon dioxide. One is natural, that is plants can absorb carbon dioxide. Other than plants, we have strong alkalis. So we have only two strong alkalis, that is sodium hydroxide and potassium hydroxide. So strong alkali, when it will be treated with carbon dioxide, it will form carbonate and water. So 2NaOH plus CO2 will give you Na2CO3 plus H2O, and 2KOH, that is potassium hydroxide, you treat it with CO2, it will give you K2CO3, that is potassium carbonate plus water. Okay. The last chemical property is the neutralization part. So all the base or alkali, when you will treat with acid, it will give you salt and water. This is neutralization reaction. So we have calcium hydroxide, you treat it with HCl, it will give you calcium chloride and water. Ferrous hydroxide, you treat with HCl, it will give you ferrous chloride and water. Ferric chloride, ferrous chloride, FeCl2 plus 2H2O. Okay, I hope that you have understood. Other than this, you have one common example also, that is when you treat NaOH with HCl, what it will give you? It will give you salt, NaCl plus H2O. Are you getting? So this is neutralization reaction. I hope that you have understood. Thank you.